And we are live. Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, VA3IMW. That is my call sign. My name is Mike Alpha Charlie, and we're situated here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. It's approaching 8 p.m. on a Friday night. It is the 27th of March, 2026. And at 8 p.m., the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew takes to the air on the VA3 ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. And as usual, our net controller, VE3LBI, Larry from the East Mountain here in Hamilton, will be our net controller. Let's just stand by for Larry to pick up the net.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075 with a plus offset, and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. My first name is Larry. I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign and your name. It tells you about yourself, your equipment, or would like to add to the conversation. Before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of that repeater. And please remember, we have a repeater has good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. And last but not least, please let the repeater drop into our conversation so others can get in. Can I get check-ins for Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3IMW.
VA3CJZ. Okay, I got two so far, IMW and CJZ. Anybody else checking in? Come on in, VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt. VA3BT.
All right, got to start. Mac, thanks for live streaming on YouTube. Don't forget to people to subscribe and like to his YouTube channel, please. Look him up live. Look up Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey and look for the live button. And again, please subscribe and like. All right, I got four people so far. IMW, CJZ, IUK, BT. Everybody else checking in. Please come in. VE3LBI.
VA3CP.
All right, we'll start it off tonight. Mac, you're up. VA3MW. How's the traffic been this week with everything back to normal?
You wouldn't even know it. It's like nobody went back to work after March break. I was commenting, when was it? The daily drive home has been a breeze all 5 days. Sometimes a little bit of a snarl at the 403, but number 6 has been just amazing. So I don't know if maybe 100% of the workforce or 50% of the workforce just decided to stay on March break forever. Anyways, I'm not complaining. I'm sure that reality will settle back in and things will get crazy all over again. But nonetheless, yeah, I can't complain. It's been a good week for traversing up and down the highways and byways of our lives. So, yeah, all good there.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, actually, it was kind of nice. I went outside this tonight about 7:30 and I was thinking, my goodness, it's still daylight. So nice to see that. I just makes you feel so much better. Now, if we get rid of this cold temperature and get back to a little bit of warmth than we've had, I think the weekend's supposed to be cold and we're supposed to start warming up again next week. So hopefully it'll stay there. I saw this morning that there's a fellow I know up in Timmins. I was looking at his temperature up there. It was minus 27 Fahrenheit this morning. I'm like, what? Minus 27 Fahrenheit in Timmins.
Yes. And yeah, even temperatures this morning were a little bit on the chilly side. What did we have here? Minus 5 or 6 degrees. And by the time I got up to Guelph, it was -8, I guess, something like that. Anyways, yeah, so we are going to be dipping below the freezing mark overnight for the next few days. Sunday, what is it? A high of +8 in the afternoon. Monday, I think, is a high of +15. But then for the balance of the week, it's sub-freezing temperatures overnight and then thawing throughout the daytime. So we're not out of it yet, but you know, we've officially burst into spring as far as the calendar goes, and it's just a matter of time until the temperatures catch up to what we expect. Anyways, yeah, even with the sun bright out today, believe it or not, I turned the heat off in the truck and was not uncomfortable. So it was just the nice warm sunshine glowing in through the windows, and was perfectly comfortable for driving home tonight. So yeah, it is nice to see the daylight after work hours. That's always a positive, right? You feel alive and not as if you're entombed in darkness at in the morning and then in the evening. So it's all good. Anyways, it's been a very CW evening. Let me drop. And just a quick reminder, if anybody's interested in picking up the DXpedition crew out in Sable Island, they're out and about there for another few days. They're going to finish up on the 31st of March. So they're working 35 bands, well, 35 potential contacts, right? CW, sideband, FT8, and a number of different bands. So you can reach out to them. Not a whole lot of difficulty in getting there, but you're going to find a log jam. And yeah, the fun part for me was trying to figure out how to work CW split. And they're not publishing how far up that they're listening. They're just listening up. Anyways, confirmed I got them on 20 meters and 30 meters. Tried on 40, but yeah, there was just not enough time to figure out how far up they're listening. I think it's they're listening a variable number above the frequency that they're broadcasting on. So you kind of have to play the gaps, and it's fun. Anyways, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are really serious about getting a sweep. Not for me. I've been in contact with them this year, as a matter of fact, twice, and that's good for me. Anyways, I'll throw it back to you, Larry. Thanks.
Yep, okay, thanks, Mac. And I see Guy's in here tonight. Say hello to him, and he says it's -5. I guess that'd be probably Celsius. And they got snow for tomorrow coming. So you can keep it up there, Guy. We don't want it down here. But anyway, yeah, I haven't really. Mac, for some reason, I didn't chase him this year. I have previously, but for some reason, I just didn't bother. I haven't seen him too much actively on sideband. And I haven't done the FT8 for so long, like I never probably even how to do it, but I actually shouldn't say that I do, but I just haven't fired up the machine to put it on FT8.
Yes, I'm sure that even FT8 is probably a big pile up, so I haven't bothered with FT8 ever since I've discovered how much fun CW is. So, yeah, I'm sure that trying to work them on sideband is going to be dizzying as well. You can well imagine the pile up. But I would imagine if they're going to do this the split thing for CW, they're probably doing it on sideband. So you got to, I guess, use some kind of a DX Summit webpage or something like that where you can see them reported on their own web page. It only identifies what band they're active on. and what mode. They don't post a frequency, so you gotta do the old school way of spinning the dial and figuring out where they're at. Anyways, it's all good. It's all good. Band conditions this evening, not terrible. I did work, let me see, 40, 20, 30, 18. What is that? I guess that's 17 meters. Oh my God. And there's contesting on this weekend. Thank God for the warp bands. Anyways, I've talked long enough, Larry. You got to go ahead and pick up the rest of the guys.
Yep. Okay, thanks, Mac. All right, before I pick up Chuck here, everybody else checking into the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, VA3IMW.
Yep, you said it.
VA3NCA.
Okay, I got Wade in there now too. So, okay, Chuck, VA3 CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on in.
VA3 CJZ. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. First of all, apologies for missing your net there last night, Mac. I've been deep into another project and lost track of time. And so, yeah, I've been doing research and actually assembling parts that I need to make my power distribution center for my gear and my LifePo battery and that. So things are coming along, but let me tell you, the price I'm paying for all the gear is adding up. And turns out I had one last thing that I needed. I watched this video on how to assemble power pole connectors, and they showed this special crimper that you should get to avoid any jam ups inside the housing. So I ordered that. That'll be coming in tomorrow, and that'll be the final piece. And then I'll get started. I'm curious to see how things are up in Barrie. I see Albert made it back, and welcome back home, Albert. And according to the weather map there, up north, looks like they're getting the worst of it. I would say the North Bay area and upwards there. And, of course, Barrie always gets the cold and the snow going through there. So I think that's it there, Larry. Big contest this weekend, the CQ Worldwide DX for sideband. So the bands will be jammed starting, 11 minutes ago. Back to you.
Yes, it's going to be a big one this weekend. I just have a quick little note for you also, Chuck, on the power pole connectors. The 45 amp ones, excuse me, when you go to put that in the tool, there's at the back of it where the wire goes into, you may have to give that with a little, your pair of needle nose, a little inward bend so that they will fold over properly in the tool. I have a tool here, it's not mine, I borrowed it. But definitely with the 45 amp connector, just at the back, the two fins where you actually fold over the wires, give them a little crimp inward before you put it into the tool.
Yeah, well, according to the video I saw there, Larry, I got the right equipment. I've got the 30 amp ones, and you just face them the right way. And they should clip in. Once you push them in, there's a spring in there, and should lock right in. That's the way I watched the guy do it.
No, it's where I'm actually talking about is actually when you put the wire into the little pin, the actual connector, before you put it in the actual casing. Sometimes there's a set of prongs in the back. I think they're on I don't know about the 30 amp, but I know on the 45, you have to give them a little bend in before you can put the wire in there. And then you put it in the tool and crimp it on. You may have to give those a little bend inward. They don't seem to quite fit in the tool and round off properly. All
right. Well, once I get going tomorrow, once I get my my crimper. We'll see, because everything that I watched should be smooth as pie as long as you got the right equipment. And let me tell you, I spend a lot of time, reading the fine print, so to speak, to make sure you're getting. Because I wasted money. I think I wasted $16 plus tax on some equipment that I'll never need. So. So I spent a lot of time after that making sure that I don't have to buy something twice to get what I'm looking for. But thanks for the tip, though, Larry. I'll be sure to give that a good look.
Yep, I think it's only on the 45 amp ones. So, anyways, all right, just something to note there if you haven't run into a problem with it. So, I know I have, and I have a proper set of crimpers here. They just don't quite curl in. You have to give them a little bend in first with a set of needle nose pliers, just where the wire sits in the back end of it, and then you can crimp it on properly. So, okay, up next we got Bill, the VA3IMW. Come on in, Bill. How are you doing today, Bill?
Not too bad, Larry. Good evening to everybody on YouTube and everybody that's checking in on the repeater. Let's see. Number one, I had a little problem with the VHF UHF radio last night. I went to use it, and my offset was the same for all the programmed channels I had in here, so I had to reset it and figure out how to reprogram it because I've never really done it, but it turns out it's not that hard at all. So I've got just ZOE programmed in right now, and I'll do the rest later, but it looks to be pretty straightforward, fairly easy. So that's one thing. Number two, not a lot of HF lately. I've been busy with some other stuff, but we'll get back to it. But I do seem to be having some antenna issues. I went to check into the junction net the other night and could not get a match on 40 previous week. I had no problem with a match. So somewhere along the line, something's happened with my antenna, because when I tune up on 40 meters, the settings on the antenna tune are drastically different. Excuse me, I'll just drop it for a minute. So we're looking to hopefully get a hold of Chris. I haven't heard him too much lately. See if he can come and have a look, because I want to get that resolved, and also got to get the screen back into the second story window. I didn't put it back in because I didn't really need it over the winter, and wanted to make sure nobody was going to complain about the antenna, but nobody said a word. So I'm going to have to try to get that back in. So that's about it from here for now, Larry. I'll turn it back to you.
I wonder how you got the offset on all of the frequencies all off. Oh, that's kind of strange, Bill.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. I turned on the radio, and I seen it, and when I turned it on, it flashed with, like, everything on the display flashed, and then I went to use it, and I was transmitting, and I go, why is the offset the same for every program I have in here? So I went through the manual and figured out how to erase it, and then just when I got home today, I was able to get ZOE programmed in, so I don't think I'll have any problem getting the rest programmed back in. But the weirdest thing, so I'm not sure if it was an I/O error, something I did, or something went to it at the radio. Not sure, Larry, but regardless, we got it straightened out.
Okay, well, excellent. I'm glad you did. So, yeah, it's not a hard little radio to program. It actually is pretty simple. 2 or 3, maybe 4 steps to get it to what you want. And probably the worst to try to remember what number you need to save on the next one for the frequency you want to save. So, did I just save it on 1 or did I just save it on 2? That's where I always have to go back and check it. Next, write it down so I don't forget which one I'm going to save the next one on.
Yeah, we're write things down as I go along, so that'll be fine, Larry. No worries there. So yeah, it turns out its manual's pretty well written, so it's pretty straightforward.
Yep, no, excellent. Okay, Bill, thanks for coming in. Al, VA3PT, VA3LBI, how are you making out, Al?
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. Not too bad, not too bad. We're progressing out here, getting all the interior stuff done, the tenant fit outs. I got all the framing done, plumbing done, all that good stuff. You know, inspections, building inspector, the plumbing inspector, bringing them all through. And I'm going to be dealing with the fire prevention, which those guys are usually tough, but they didn't seem to be too bad out here in Barrie. Other than that, just waiting for better weather so I can finish up the outside stuff. I still got a grade, I got asphalt to do, landscape, and all that good stuff. But yeah, but I'd have to say though, I'd say a good 90% of the snow is gone now, so it's starting to look good up there. And it's calling for rain, of course, next week, but milder weather. So, but I know there's rain in the forecast for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it is that season. Other than that, yeah, just keeping busy, keeping out of trouble. We'll hand it back over to you, VA3BT.
Yep. Okay. Very good, Al. Yeah, I guess you really can't do the landscaping. Well, I don't know about. Well, I guess you could. Well, you don't want. You can't do it again when it's mud, so you're gonna have to wait for it to dry up a bit for that. And the same as the blacktop to put down. I guess it has to be kind of dry for that. Dried up a bit. You don't end up with any sinkholes and stuff.
Yeah, right now it's way too early. It's usually, you know, like end of April, May. It's when you start to get in there and start, you know, gotta make sure all the frost is out of the ground and the thaw and all that stuff. So yeah, it's usually end of April, May, depending on how the weather goes, and then we usually get back at it outside. But by then, most of the stuff inside will be pretty much there.
So I take it they're putting the racking in now.
That's funny, yes. They just mobilized this week. They started on Tuesday. Thursday. So they just started receiving their racking. They're going to start on Monday putting racking up. They got about 5 weeks of racking to do in there.
Yeah, well, I guess to fill the place up, it's going to be, have that much racking to go up. Now, that stuff like snap together, or is it bolted, or how do they actually install it?
Depends on the racking. These ones here, it's like the Home Depot stuff, but bigger scale. We got one area that's going to be 45 feet of 40 feet of racking, and then the other side is going to be about 30 feet of racking. So it's just, they bolt them down. There's they kind of slide into each other. It's funny though. This crew that's out there, they're all out of Hamilton.
So they're going to drive. Well, now, I guess they'll stay up there, will they, to do that?
Yeah, no, they're staying up there through the week. They're going to be doing the same thing.
Yep. Okay. Well, sounds interesting anyway. So keep us informed of how things are going, because I know everybody's. How about no more snow though, right? You just had the rain.
Yeah, so most of the snow, we still got our big piles in the back. We're trying to spread it out so they don't melt quicker. But yeah, I'd say good 90% of the snow is gone. And Barrie's starting to look like Barrie now. All those snow piles are just dissipating, going away. But yeah, hopefully, it changes. We don't get any more snow and just, get through the rainy season. Hopefully summer will come soon.
Well, this is the last weekend, I guess, of March. So, what is it? I guess the first is on Wednesday, I believe. Yeah, I think the 1st of April is actually Wednesday.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with this winter. It's been a long winter up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'll bet. So, how much figured before you be home, you think, from there?
Well, I'd like to say I want to finish up there in July, June, but that's not going to happen. I'll be pretty close to August by the time I wrap this up.
Yep. Well, you got to do what you got to do, I guess, and hopefully when next one you're doing will be a bit local, and you won't have to travel so far.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be doing this again. That's for sure. I took this one on because we're a little slow, but yeah, hopefully a lot closer.
All right, sounds good, Al. All right. Anything else before I pick up Dave here?
No, we'll be listening along here with the rest of this net VA3BT.
All right, very good. Before I pick up Dave, anybody else checking into the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. Come on in.
Yes, right. What can I know, Larry? Everybody enjoy the evening.
Okay, thanks. I'll have a go and enjoy your dinner.
Oh yeah, they got a bun tonight, so yeah, I'm happy. Hey, you guys have fun. You ain't trying to fall.
Okay, L73. All right, up next, Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Come on in, Dave.
Yeah, good evening, Larry. Hold on up. VA3CP. Mac was saying that he can't find out what frequency CY0S is on. It's published. It's on the cluster spots. Every frequency is they're on. So I don't know where you're looking. Don't look on the POTA app because you're not going to find it necessarily there unless they post it. I worked them once this time around. I didn't bother really chasing them because I've already got CY0S in the log 6 times from 2023. So actually I got it 7 times. One of them was not CY0S. It was still Sable Island. But anyway, I'm good. I don't need it.
Comment VA3IMW.
Yep, go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, it's not the trouble of finding out where you're going to hear them, but when they're working CW split, it's trying to figure out how far up they're listening because they don't publish that site.
Mac, they tune up and down. So if they're covering a 10 kilohertz spot, they'll go all the way up to the top, then they'll come all the way back down again. So you can try and see where they are, but you're just as well off to just stay in one spot.
Gotcha. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Back to you, Larry.
Yep. Okay, Dave. I see you sent me a quick picture there of the box. You found something to put that 4-to-1 in?
Yeah. The walls aren't as thick as I would like them to be. It's a little flimsy, but I think it'll be fine. It doesn't take any stress anyway, so it'll be okay. Yeah, I took a box that was twice the size of the one that I printed up and shrunk it down. So I took it down to 65 by 80 millimeters and 30 millimeters high, and it's actually the height is actually higher than I need. So, and it's got just a flat cover that goes on it, holds on with screws. I could do one with a lip around it if I wanted. I might do that next time I print out one of those boxes.
Okay, so you did modify one of the printable ones down to what you wanted for size-wise.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything size that I wanted, so I just went ahead and shrunk down one that was adjustable, so to say.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, well, it looks good. Anyways, I just had a quick peek at it there when you flashed up on the screen.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be up and running probably tomorrow. So I've got a 4-to-1 already, but it's a little high SWR. The lower end, like 80-40 meters, is pretty high. It's up and around 2.5 to 3-to-1, and then as you get higher in frequency, it comes down. So this one here scanned really nicely. It's under 2-to-1 everywhere. Pretty much 1.5-to-1 or less. At 10 meters, the higher frequencies are actually the best. I put more windings on this one here. I put 21 turns, I think it is. And the other one only had 12.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, sounds like it'll work out for you. So I guess the main test will be on a wire and see what you get there, where you can check it again when it's actually connected up.
Well, it's really for a vertical antenna for like a Rubikoff. So they require a tuner, which I'm not really keen on. But the Rubikoff is a low-angle radiation takeoff antenna, and I've got everything else for it.
I made it up. I tested it in the backyard last year. So I made a little broader banded 9-to-1 on or 4-to-1 on. So it should work a little bit better. Okay, I got you. Actually, I just saw a picture. I was looking at something on the Facebook there. A guy had a hex beam, multi-band hex beam, and he got a hit in the windstorm, and the thing's all bent in one direction, like it's just totaled. Yeah, the hex beams seem to suffer some damage at times. All right, I'll let you carry on, Larry. V3LBI, VA3CP. Okay, before I pick up Wade, anybody else checking in? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew, come on in. VE3LBI.
VA3ZJC.
Okay, I got you in there, Jason. Okay, Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Good evening, Larry. Good evening, everybody on net. It's nice that we're here on a Friday. Good to hear everybody. Had another old pin nap after work today. Just got up, so that's why I was a little tardy getting the net here. But here we are now. I'm here for the duration. Yeah, CY0S has been an interesting thing. I'm not much for having done the expeditions or contests, or I guess the expeditions and contests are different things, of course, but they have some adjacency, I suppose, in some of the strategies. So this has been a bit new for me, but I managed to get them on 4 bands so far: 20, 40, 60, and 80. All on CW, which is another stretch for me, but I'm having fun playing with it. And yeah, the other challenge has been getting the new version of WSJTX set up for my IC7100. You need the newest version or one close to the new version in order to get Super Fox mode, which is the mode that they're apparently using. And so mine was far too old. So and now I've got the issue that I've got to figure out why it's not putting out any audio on the new version. It did on the old one. So anyways, there's that going on. Larry, to answer your question from Discord there, I think the minimum you need for it is 2.7 release candidate 5, 2.7 RC5. But the advice I've been given by some other folks who use it a lot more, they say just go all the way up to the latest 3.1. The 3.1 is pretty good. So that's what I installed, and I haven't had much luck with it yet, but I'm sure it's a me thing. Back to you.
Okay, I wasn't sure about the FT8 portion, or their whatever, FT whatever. I did download, I think it's the new version of 3.1, whatever, the latest and newest one out there with the enhancements on it. So I don't know if that one's actually been a full release yet, or it's kind of a beta.
Yeah, that wasn't very clear to me either. I think technically 3.1 is a beta, but and I mentioned that to these guys who I know that you're using it quite heavily, and they said, yeah, it's still really good. So their recommendation was to use let's see, I've just pulled up the about version 3.1.0. Then there's a date from February 26/02/28. Improved Plus. I don't know if you've got to keep adding adjectives to the end of your version number, like improved, and then on top of that plus. I wonder if the next version is going to be improved plus plus. Anyways, that's what I have. 3.1 improved plus, and despite it being technically beta, that's the one that was suggested to me. And it does certainly have the Super Fox mode. You just have to go into the advanced settings and hit a checkbox that says you want to make Super Fox available to you. And from my understanding, the CY0S guys are, during busy times, they're going to use Super Fox, and they're going to fall back to regular Fox and Hound when it's not busy. I don't know how they make that determination, but I guess just be prepared to switch Super Fox on and off if you're trying to chase them. I suspect that during a contest, maybe it'll be busy. So anyhow, that's my understanding of the situation, but I don't do it a lot, so I might have something wrong.
Well, I actually downloaded it, but I haven't even tried it. So all my settings went back in from the 7300, but I haven't actually fired up the FT8 or any portion of it other than I kind of downloaded and installed it. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, my installation of it, it looks the same. I can't see anything obvious difference, except that there's, on the left-hand side, near the input audio level meter, there's an extra box now that has an H in it above the FT8 button. So, like, the mode selection switch that gets you which FT, like 248 or JT65 or whatever, there's a new one on the top called with an H, and if you click it, you're in hound mode or super hound mode, depending on the setting. That's the only visual difference I see when I look at it, and it pulled my settings over, but I'm not sure if I've got something else going on because the audio doesn't seem to go. It'll operate, but when it keys up the radio, it doesn't put any audio out. So that's kind of important, and it's not doing it right now. I'm sure it's just something I've overlooked. I haven't had much time put into the reconfig.
Is that on your 7100?
Yeah, it's on the 7100 for kind of two reasons. One is I think I probably need a little more than the 5 watts that my 6100 can do. Although maybe not. I don't know. Get out 1,500 or 1,600 kilometers with the 5 watts. But I kind of suspect I need a little more than that. On the other hand, the built-in firmware on the 6100 hasn't been updated in a while, so it doesn't have Fox and Hound or Super Fox on it. So I would need to figure out a way to do that. Probably means I just have to plug the USB cable in and go back to the computer running it, and then I'm right back in the same spot. I might as well do that work with the 7100. Is kind of where I'm at. So.
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with the 7100. I know the 7300, there is a setting you can go into and you can actually change it over, and it changes the radio over to an FT mode where it drops off the compression, changes the bandwidth, and I can't remember what else it does. I think puts it into obviously digital mode. It's a setting right on the 7300 that you can do. You just one click of one button and it just completely changes it over to for digital.
Yeah, I think there's something similar here on the 7100. And then the trick I found the last time I did it is that for some reason there's different settings for the digital version of sideband from the voice version of sideband, and where you feed the audio from. So if you don't have a mic, you tell it to feed it from USB, and it's kind of confusing because you're setting the audio source as in the accessory connector, the mic, or the USB port. But when you're doing that for the sideband section of the setup, you have to understand the context to know that you're talking about computer USB, not upper sideband. So, anyways, there's a trick to it. I just got to remember what the heck it is. But I suspect it's still trying to pull the audio from the mic, which isn't obviously right. So I got to figure out where to tell it to pull it from the USB sound card interface.
Yeah, I think isn't that where you use that codec?
On the 7100, oh yeah, that's right. It shows up to the computer as like Burr Brown codec, something like that. So yeah, I got that in, but now I just have to have the radio use that for the digital version of sideband. Otherwise, it tries to pull it from the accessory port. So there's something's got to line up, and I probably only need another half hour to figure out what it is. So I think I'm on the right track. The software's running, and I can hear them. I just can't key up and send out any transmissions.
Yep, you'll figure it out. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, I guess the worst case is, and not worst case, but you have to go to YouTube. Somebody in there will be doing it already, so at least you'll figure it out. And I know a way that'll make it some simple little thing you have to change.
Absolutely, yeah. YouTube University, as Arpad used to say. Speaking of Arpad, I wonder how he's doing. I wonder if he checks in on or listens in on YouTube periodically or whereabouts. What's that kid's show, Where in the World Is, and I'm going to submit Arpad.
I haven't heard from Arpad. I don't know where he is. Somebody said he was in Hamilton, but I haven't heard him around at all.
Interesting, yeah. Well, hopefully he's doing well, and hopefully he'll check in at some point again. He tends to pop in when you least expect him, so sounds good. Anyhow, I think there's more people behind me. I don't want to hold it up. I am going to be here for this whole duration, though, because this is a great way to spend a Friday. So I'll send it back to you there, Larry, and I'll be listening along to VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks, Wade. All right, and like I say, you'll figure it out. Let's bring in Jason here. It's been a while since I talked to him. VE3 ZJC, ZJC. Come on in, Jason.
Oh, that's funny. Good evening, Larry, and good evening, everybody on that. Yeah, had some time on my hands tonight. I thought I would fire up the radio and come say hi.
Oh, excellent. I'm sure everybody's glad to hear you. How's the smoking going? Have you done any more baking, or wait for the temperature change to do that?
The smoker has been quiet. It is getting fired up tomorrow. I got somebody coming over, and I got a sirloin cap that's going on for about 4 hours or so, which should be pretty good. I do have some other news. Most of my radio gear, other than this antenna and this radio, will stay operative, but all the HF stuff is coming down. The wife and I bought a new place. We get possession early May. Not too far from here, about half an hour from where I am now, out between Caledonia and Brantford. So got myself some nice land, good sized house, and plenty of room to throw antennas up with no city noise.
Congratulations. Excellent. I know you guys wanted to get out, so very, very good. So have you sold your place too?
No, this one not on the market yet. We're not in any hurry to list this one, so it'll be opportunity to take our time, move out, get everything settled, and then once we're fully out of here, I can come back through, give it a thorough cleaning, lipstick on a pig, as they say, make it as pretty as she can be to put on the market and get maximum dollars back.
Very good, Jason. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you guys found, like I say, your place you're looking for. And again, outside of the city, may not be able to hit the repeater too good, but at least, like you say, you hopefully have some quiet time out there with the noise, not like what's in the city here, especially on the HF rate.
Well, absolutely. And there's definitely one tower, if not two towers going up. At some point this summer, I'll be keeping my eye out for probably used stuff on Facebook Marketplace or wherever else you find them. Somewhere in the 45-foot range, get her up above the tree line. And yeah, I think I can hit it from the car. I can hit ZOE from the car. I should be able to hit it no problem with 50 watts on a tower. And then a second tower further away from the main house. There's a workshop out there, so I'll probably strap it to that where I could get a big multi-element, multi-band HF beam, also in the 45-foot tower range.
How much property do you have out there, Jason?
Oh, maybe just a hair over 3 acres.
Oh, excellent. You're going to be bad as Alro. You'll be cutting grass all the time.
The missus and I were at a John Deere dealer yesterday looking at the mowers that are big enough to do about 2 acres of lawn and also big enough to carry a snowblower front end attachment because the new house is set far back from the road. It's a good 300, 350 feet away, so I'm not doing that by hand with a shovel or even a push snowblower in the winter.
No, that would be a bit much, that's for sure. So, that's very good for you. I'm glad I could say glad. So, anything else before I check to see if anybody else wants to come in? Go ahead.
Nope, nothing else for me. Just obviously it's going to be, stuff. One side of the busy world goes away, and the personal side of the busy world is getting ready to move, and actually moving is going to come in. So, still be limited time on the radio, but I will make an effort, a concerted effort to pop in every now and then. Anyways, I'll listen along for the last of the net here, my friend. Thanks for doing it. I'll send it back. VA3IMW, back to you.
Yeah, Chuck, actually a question here. He asked you, how far is he moving? So how far, I don't know if Chuck was there when you mentioned it. Tell him again whereabouts you're relocating to, Chuck was asking.
So I'm like halfway between Caledonia and Brantford. I'm like 10 minutes north of Six Nations, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Excellent. Okay, I think that answered Chuck's question there. So, all right, any other check-ins for Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3LBI. I was hoping Chris showed up there tonight for you, Bill, but I haven't heard him yet, so maybe he'll drop in yet. All right, Mac, we're back up to you. VA3IMW, VE3LBI. What else you got for us tonight, Mac?
Oh, goodness gracious. Just a quick reminder, the third weekend of April, which is the Support Your Parks weekend, and also our group activation, probably Saturday, probably at Vanlin's Conservation Area. Haven't heard any other feedback to suggest a better day or a better location. So we're plowing ahead with the plans for that. Time and dates carpooling arrangements to be finalized, obviously. And if you can't be out there with us to join the group activation, then at least you can work us from wherever you want to be. I like Dave's idea. He sets up at another park, makes one contact with us, completes his activation, goes home, and has a nap. Good plan there, Dave. Anyways, that's 17th of April coming up on us quickly. Speaking of which, April, yes, Wednesday, April the 1st. The joke's on all of us. Anyways, that's about it for me for the time being, but I'm still listening along for the ride.
What's a day pass cost to get into the parks like Valhalla? Everybody know?
I have no idea, but I do know anybody who has a Hamilton Conservation Area pass has probably been given a transferable coupon that they can hand over to somebody else. I know I have one. Dave probably has one. I know Chris said he has two, and those would be available to share with other participants so that they would not have to spill out their cash at the gate. So it might be I don't know, $10, $12, $15.
I can probably find it online. I was just curious to see what the cost is for just a pass for the day or whatever. So maybe I'll do that. I'll have a quick check. I'm sure we'll have something on there for the pricing.
Yeah, QSL. And I think the first opportunity I had to use my conservation area card, the park that I was at somewhere out in Dundas. There was a park I went to, and they said, "Did you make reservations?" I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, when you come out here on the weekend, you have to make a reservation." I said, "I have a card." "Well, no, but you still have to make a reservation online, and then you have to pay a park surcharge." So, the card's not the end all and be all. Individual parks have some stupid rules, but yeah, it's always good to check online and figure out what you got to do.
That'd be kind of not very good to get there. Like you said, I got a pass. I figure I'll be able to go in. You got the pass, and you got to make a reservation. Plus, you got to pay for parking. What happened to my pass?
Yeah, $10, please. $10.
There you go. All right, Mac. Anything else?
No, that's been inappropriate enough for me for the time being.
Okay. All right, Chuck, come on back in. VA3 CJZ VE3LBI.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry, I've been listening on direct because I've got a horrible copy on the repeater. Maybe S5, super noisy, all crackly and that. So, anyways, not too much else to add from me, Larry. Yeah, I'm just excited to get started on my project here, and I've pretty much got everything, and probably be at it tomorrow. And I think I'll maybe jump in there and see what kind of DX I find interesting. Hopefully the band conditions will be favorable throughout the weekend for everyone. Back to you.
Well, if they're anything like, if they're better than they were today, today wasn't bad. I worked the East Coast, the West Coast, and down south on POTA. So, and it was good and clear today, not like it has been. So if it is clearing up, it should be pretty good for tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, like we mentioned, the bands are going to be quite busy, so only the work bands will be POTA viable, I think. So, anyways, we'll see how it goes.
Nope, absolutely. So I'm not much of a contester, but got some things I want to do tomorrow. Hopefully, the sun's going to be able to. Oh, it's supposed to be cool again, though. Well, at least the sun is out. Don't mind being outside for a bit.
Yeah, I can only enjoy my backyard from the back deck, unless I wear rubber boots. Yeah, my backyard is all it's soft. So yeah, not much I can do.
Well, I was fortunate this year because we have the apartment behind us, which has a parking lot, and it's raised up probably about roughly about a foot higher. And we didn't get a lot of flooding this year from it. Normally they pile the snow up against the fence, which isn't good anyways because they're wooden fence and they keep moving it. So I don't know why they do it, these guys. But anyways, and then it all melts and it runs in the backyard and kind of floods out the backyard. But it wasn't too bad this year, fortunately.
Oh, very good, very good. I start seeing some squirrels that are jumping on my air conditioner, so I put some sunflower seeds out for them, and they seem to like it. So yeah, until the weather gets nicer, no antenna work or anything like that. It's way, way too cold for me, anyways. T-shirt weather for me. Let's see what else. Oh, congratulations to Jason for getting a place out there with lots of room, and he'll be close to cheap gas all the time, so that'll be good for him. We go up once every 2 weeks, I think. So yeah.
Well, maybe if we're all good, we'll have a POTA party out there with Jason, so we'll see how that goes. All right, anything else, Chuck?
There you go. We can have an activation over at Jason's place there as a housewarming party.
All right, anything else, Chuck, before I pass it down?
No, sir, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Bill, you're up. VE3IUK, VE3LBI. Come on back in, Bill.
Nothing much else here. Looking forward to our outing in April. If Wade's going to be around after the net, I just have a quick question. question from. So other than that, nothing else. Just listening along, and thanks for doing it, Larry.
All right, thanks for coming in, Bill. Al, VA3BT, VE3LBI. What else is up happening, Al?
Not a whole lot. Just funny though. You work up north or up at Barrie there, and then you come home and got to go to my mom's there tomorrow and help my brother out. We're trying to keep her on the main level of the house, so we just did the bathroom there. He did the laundry room on the back. So now he's working on doing the bedroom for her. So I'm just going to go there and help him put up 10 sheets of drywall. Oh joy, am I looking forward to this. Not. That's my plan for tomorrow. VA3BT.
There you go, Al. Yep, cut out for the holes for the plugs in the wall and doorknobs and all the rest of the stuff, right?
Yeah, my brother's like, it's only 10 sheets. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's funny though, because he'll ask all the rest of my other brothers and nobody volunteers, right? So I'm the sucker, I guess. No, whatever. We'll have her done, get it done, and he can mud it through the week.
There you go. Get it up, be finished. Yeah, right. So, all right. Sounds like another day. At least you don't have to go and sit and listen to somebody show you how to give artificial respiration.
No, exactly. The key thing is trying to keep my mom on the main floor. She's getting up in age, and we don't want her going up and down those stairs. It's an old Victorian home, so you got to understand like the staircases are real steep. So we're trying to get her away from all that and keep her on the main level.
Yep, nothing wrong with that at all. Nope, that's really good actually you're doing that for her, so I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
That, and she's very stubborn. She refuses to live with any one of us, and she just wants to stay in this big 2.5-story house on her own. Mind you, we go visit her pretty much every day. We each take our. There's 8 of us, so I'm sure there's enough to keep her busy.
Yep, that's the way it should be. So, all right, Al, thanks for coming in there. Wade, VA3NCA, VE3LBI. What else you got for us tonight, Wade?
VA3LBI, VA3NCA, you caught me off guard. I thought Dave was between me, but not much else. Just one quick message that I did post a special activation for the Support Your Parks weekend stroke eyeball QSO coming up. And I think I heard Mac, maybe for the next round, you can confirm that I've got this right, that we're talking about Saturday, April the 18th. At Valens. So that's what I posted up there, and it coincides, as we all know, with Support Your Parks weekend, so I made a special activation to both of those. So still just putting the finer points on it, but if anybody needs to confirm, when and where, it'll be posted on the Discord. Thanks, Larry, back to you.
Yep, okay, not a problem. I think Bill was asking for you to stick around after the net. I believe he said that, so... All right, Jason, you're up. VA3 ZJC, VE3LBI. What else you got for us tonight, Jason?
Well, I don't think I got anything else for you tonight, Larry. Just listen along on the side. It's been a while since I've done anything on the radio.
Yep, okay. All right, anybody else got anything else they want to add, or we got any other check-ins? Any new last call check-ins, VE3LBI?
VA3XLJ.
Oh, hey, Vanya, we got you.
Good evening, everybody. So this is going to be just short and quick. I'm going to give you a quick check-in, guys. I joined you guys a little while ago, like 5 minutes ago. So I missed most of it, but I'm going to replay it on a YouTube eventually later on today. So I don't know how good or how bad I'm coming through the repeater. So it is what it is. But I'd like to say hello to Jason. I didn't hear him for a little while now. Another day I was watching the YouTube and I've seen the UK on the YouTube. Imagine that. Anyways, that will be all from me today, guys. 7-3 and good day to everybody.
Yep, okay, Jason, do you want to go back to him for a minute?
BYT.
Jason, VA3 ZJC, can you hear Vanya?
Yeah, I heard him in there. Good to hear you, Vanya. It's been a while, and like I said a little earlier, I will try to make an effort to be around a little more whenever I can. But it is good to hear everybody. I do miss playing on the radio.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Hello, Ed. Hello to you too. V3VYT, VA3SLJ.
And I think Ed was in there. Was it VE3VYT?
Yeah, good evening to everyone. Just got home from dinner here about 5 minutes ago. Caught the last 3 or 4 minutes of this, so I thought I'd say hello. Hope everybody has a nice weekend. You too, Larry, Vanya, everybody else on the net. And looking forward to that Valens event whenever it does happen. VYT.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, we're just going to do a 7-3 round. You're one of the last check-ins there, so I'll run it down the list. Mac, you're up. VA3IMW, VE3LBI, 7-3.
Thanks for doing this one, Larry. You certainly appreciate it. Feels like old home week. We got Jason joining us and Vanya. So some people that have been conspicuous by their absence, dearly missed, but nonetheless, very, very enthused to hear that Jason has found a property that's to his liking. So we'll be looking forward to seeing how he progresses with beams and all kinds of antenna farm stuff going on there. Anyways, not to belittle anybody else's participation on the net. We're always glad to hear everybody on the air. It's nice to hear everybody's voice. That way I don't have to start fretting about where's Chuck on Thursday night. OMG. All right. That's it for me. I'll be monitoring frequency for a little bit longer. 7-3's one and all.
All right, Chuck. VA CJZ, 7-3 round.
Oh, very good, Larry. Good net, as always. Hang on a second. I'm not on the repeater. There we go. That's better. I was listening on direct again. Good net, Larry, as always, and lots of participation tonight. So everybody have a great weekend. VA3 CJZ.
I can always hear you, Chuck. All right, Bill, you're up. VE3 IUK, 7-3 round, Bill.
Yeah, okay, Larry. Thanks for doing it, and congratulations to Jason, and I'll be sticking around for a little while after the net closes. Back to you, Larry.
Okay, L, VA3BT, VE3LBI, 7-3 round.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there, Larry, and congrats on Jason there with the new place coming up. 7-3 guys, VA3BT.
Okay, Dave, VA3CP, doing a 7-3 round, Dave.
Okay, I guess it's 7-3 time. 7-3 all VA3CP.
VA3NCA, VE3LBI, 7-3 round, Wade.
V3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, 7-3, Larry. Thanks for doing it. 7-3 to everybody on net. Let's see. I don't have anything else to say except, Bill, I'll hang around for a couple minutes. I got a few minutes, so I'll be listening along after the net here, and I'll send it back to you. 7-3.
I gave my park pass to my son, VA3CP.
Guys, JC, VE3LBI.
I think you're calling me in there, but I think you doubled with Dave there at the same time, Larry.
I don't think there was anybody else. And if somebody else trying to check in, go ahead.
It was just me making a comment to Mac that I'd already given my guest pass to my son. I do every year, VA3CP. Oh, and by the way, it's $16.50 for car and driver.
Okay, thanks, Dave. All right, Jason, you're up. VE3 ZJC, doing a 7-3 round, Jason.
Thanks, Larry. 7-3 to you and everybody else on net. Thanks for doing it, and thanks for everybody wishing me well with the new place. 7-3, folks.
Okay, thanks, Jason. VA3XLJ, we're doing a 7-3 round, Vanya. Ed, VE3VYT, we're just doing a 7-3 round, Ed.
Okay, thanks. Well, busy week, I guess. Got the car fixed. We went downtown to the Mervish Theater. So if anybody needs a reason to go down to Toronto, I'd say go see the Shucks play at the Mervish Princess of Wales Theater on King Street. Otherwise, have a great weekend, VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks, Ed. Gee, have a good weekend up that way. I see you're still in there, so have a good weekend. Maybe we'll pick you. Don't forget tomorrow night, there's another net at 7 o'clock. So if you feel like it, you can pick it up then. All right, once again, everybody, thank you very much for joining in tonight. I just write down the call signs and the names. You guys make the net with the conversation. And to wrap it up, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IMW, for the use as that repeater. With that, I'll return the repeater back to normal use. VE3LBI clear.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform. Hello, Larry.
Okay, somebody else keyed in there. I missed it. What was it? Sorry.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform. It's Thomas here. I just wanted to just pop in and say hello.
Okay, thanks, Thomas, for joining in. We're just wrapping it up now, so I appreciate it. Just another one in the books for me. Thank you.
Take care. Have a good night. VA3NCA, V3IUK.
All right, that brings the net to a close, and so does the live stream. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.